Andy Katz here with NCAA.com and March Madness with a look at my latest March Madness bracket through games of Thursday, January 23rd. Let's look at the top seeds and go down to the top four lines and then look at the bottom part of the bracket. Top four seeds: Baylor in the South, Kansas in the East, Gonzaga in the West, and San Diego State in the Midwest. I think it's a strong possibility that there will be two number ones from the West Coast. Two seeds in the South, Dayton. In the East, Duke. Can you imagine if there's a Kansas-Duke matchup in Madison Square Garden in the East? Florida State in the West. Gonzaga and Florida State have played the NCAA tournament a couple times. Could be interesting if they were to meet again out west. In the Midwest, the two seed West Virginia. What a climb for the Mountaineers. I was down on them in the summer. I was completely wrong. I'm now back on that bandwagon in quite a big way. Three seeds. These are schools that certainly could climb up, knock some of these ones above them off. Seton Hall in the South. They're climbing. Undefeated in the Big East as we're taping. Michigan State in the East. Tough loss to Indiana on the road on Thursday night. Oregon out west. Can you imagine if we have a Gonzaga-Oregon matchup again this season? Great game down in the battle for Atlantis. And Louisville down in the Midwest. Louisville potentially could feed into Indianapolis in my scenario. Four seeds. Maryland in the South, got to win some more road games. Auburn in the East, same deal in the SEC. Iowa in the West. The Hawkeyes, one of the best stories this season. They've got one of the top three contenders for National Player of the Year in Luka Garza. And Kentucky. Four seed right now in the Midwest. Same bracket I have as Louisville. Kentucky feeding into Indianapolis. Possibly Louisville feeding into Indianapolis. Can you imagine that? Sweet 16 matchup. Either one gets the Elite Eight. Wow, in Indy. Bottom part of the bracket, very fluid. Lose one, you could be out. Win one, you could be in. My last four right now: NC State, Oklahoma, Virginia Tech, and Richmond. My first four out: Purdue, Utah, Cincinnati, Rhode Island. That group of eight is not limited to those eight. There's a lot of schools that could come in to the first four out, bump those other ones out of Dayton. We're going to see a lot of movement over the next 6 weeks in that grouping.